In this video, we will answer these questions. What does the queen do in chess? Why is the queen powerful in chess? And how does the queen move in chess? Please make sure you watch the previous videos before this one, because you'll learn many more concepts in chess which will turn you from zero to hero. I will leave the link of those chess videos in the description below. Now onto the video. It is time to complete the long-range trio in chess. We have the rook that moves in a straight line. We have the bishop that moves diagonally. And then we have the long-lost hero herself, the queen. The queen is pretty simple. It is the power of the rook and the bishop combined. But again, she can move up, down, left, right, but she's not a rook, she's a queen, which means she also has the power of the bishop, which means she can also go diagonally. This makes her the most powerful piece out of the whole game. But just like your birthday, you only get one of them, so it's really important you know how to use them. I've put the queen smack in the middle of the board to show you how far she can go across the board. She can go up, diagonal, in all directions in all the possible directions you could imagine. She can go to the left, to the right, and down. That is a lot of squares. Now, the saying the queen can go anywhere she wants is completely false, because as you can see, there are lots of squares that she can't move to. For example, this one. Only a knight can get there. Or this one. She can't go there. Or this one. She can't go to those squares. But despite all that, she is still the most powerful piece in the game. Just make sure you count correctly as to where the queen can go. I'm going to highlight a square and you're going to see if the queen can get there or not in one move. Can the queen get here? Yes, because the queen can move diagonally since it has the power of the bishop. Can the queen go here? Actually, no, because if you go in a straight line, you just barely miss it. And if you go diagonally, you would also just barely miss it. Can she go to H2? Actually, no, because if you go diagonally, it's one square across. And if you go in a straight line, well, that doesn't help you much either. How about E1? Yes, she can, because she has the power of the rook. She can go in a straight line. So now you have a good idea of how the queen moves and how powerful she is. You might be asking, how does the queen capture? It captures by simply running into a piece that is on a square the queen can move to and taking it off the chessboard. In this position, I've put lots of black pieces on the board. We have an army of black pieces ready to strike the queen, but can the queen handle it? I'm going to ask you to see if you can create a battle plan that captures all the black pieces without taking a break. Pause the video and try to figure out the correct order to take out all of the four black pieces. If you're back, you must have solved it. The correct order is first capturing the rook on the square B7. Then after that, capturing the bishop on F7. Then capturing the rook on C4. And then finally, capturing the bishop on C1. If you got all that correct, give yourself a pat on the back. But in a real chess game, you won't actually get to move 4 times in a row. It would be your turn, the opponent's turn, then your turn, etc., depending on what piece you play, what color you play. Instead of us being the only team that moves, let's go into a real position where we would alternate moves. In this position, the white queen cannot capture anything on the board because the rooks are blocking it. If the white queen wants to capture the bishop, she can't because the rook is in the way. The rook would have to move. The queen cannot jump over pieces like some other pieces. So, if it's our turn and we move the white rook that is blocking us from taking the bishop, what would happen before we take the black bishop? If I move the rook here, what would happen before we take the black bishop? Well, it would be black's turn and black would take our queen. In other words, the hunter became hunted. If we go back, it would be much smarter to move the rook on c3 because the rooks can't go diagonally, remember? If I move it to the square b3, it would now be black's turn. Now, if black didn't see what was coming and instead it decided to move the bishop to the square f6, then we can happily gobble up this rook. So now that you've learned how to use the queen in chess, all you need to do is practice, 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 so you master it. Write down your top learning in the comment box below.